to apologize. I've been gone for a while. Life has just been a bit, so I just haven't found time or just like the energy to be able to like sit in front of my camera and like record. But yeah, so I kind of want to just take it easy today. So I decided to do a video that I've been wanting to do for a while. But yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about my like February TBR, which is like to be read. So yeah, these are all the books that I want to read in February. So let's start on my Kindle actually. This is not the book that I'm reading. I'm just too broke to afford no ads on my Kindle. So I read five books. Was it 5 or 6? I read 5 books in the month of January. And yeah, so I've been like back in my reading kick. Hopefully it doesn't go away. But yeah, so currently I am reading what's it called? God of Fury by Rena Kent, which is a reread. So yeah, so just a quick little glance. I'm on page 164 out of 507. So yeah, so this is a reread. Just because when I first read this book, it was 5 stars. And it's just basically about I don't really know how to describe it. A guy who thinks he's straight, and then he falls in love with another guy, and it's just like the story is actually like super heartbreaking because his name is Bran, he suffers a lot from like a mental illness, and he's just like, and it's such like it's almost like a beautiful read. Like the first time I read it, I was just like, oh my god, it's so like, I love this book so much. It was beautiful. And yeah, so the books that I read in January were also rereads, but the thing is like I needed to do rereads because like I just haven't read at all for a while since like last year, and I needed something comforting and something that I knew like that I loved. So all the books that I read have been rereads because they bring me comfort. So yeah, that's what I'm currently reading, and I do plan on reading more books on my Kindle, but we're gonna have to see. I didn't pick too many books because I don't want to pressure myself into reading that much, So here we have The Long Shot, and this is by Kennedy Ryan. I've heard great things about Kennedy Ryan. And my dad bought me this book for Christmas. Well, like, we go to Barnes, and then he'll buy me the books that I want for Christmas. We'll shop together because he also likes getting books. And this is also romance, by the way. I only ever really read romance. I don't experiment often, to be honest. Okay, let's read the back. She kissed the prince, and he turned into a fraud. Now her fairy tale is upside down. Iris Dupree meets August West in a sports bar during her last semester of college. It's the conversation of a lifetime and sends sparks flying in every direction. The connection is undeniable, but the timing is all wrong. August is poised to the NBA draft, and Iris belongs to another man, basketball's golden boy and August, longtime rival. The two go their separate ways, but they often recall that electric night and what could have been. While August has embarked on his all-star life, studded with wealth and fame, Iris's perfect public relationship has become a nightmare behind closed doors, a tarnished dream of fool's gold. When August re-enters her life, the world seems briefly bright again, but Iris's darkest night are not over yet. To survive, she must build her own strength and trust that her bond with August can endure after all this time. Even when her fraudulent prince has vowed never to let her go. Yeah, so I had this book, I think it was like I don't know what the title was, but it was like, I think the couple was divorced, and then it was kind of about them like going changed it up for this video because honestly I would have chosen all books on my Kindle because I just like really like reading on my Kindle, but I was like, you know what, I really need to switch it up because I've been reading on my Kindle forever. So like I had to get some of the books on my bookshelf. I might give you guys like a bookshelf tour one day, maybe, who knows. Okay, and then the next book that we're gonna read is Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. Okay, trace. Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. So basically, I have read the I think it's called Chestnut series by Elsie Silver, and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't like, I think like two of the books are like really like, I just really liked them. The other ones were like meh, you know, like they were like okay, you know, which I don't mind honestly. Sometimes I need a little fun romance, and this is currently her new series. Oh, I wanted my mic does it. It's so annoying, but this is currently her new series. I believe the next one, I think it's called Wild Lies or something like that. Something with lies, I think, comes out in March. But yeah, this is the second one. I have not read the first one just because the first one, like, it didn't really intrigue me that much. I will probably in the future go back and read it because that's how I did it with the Chestnuts, because this is an interconnected like series, so every book follows a different couple, but they're all like in the same universe, right? So like Chestnut, I read the fourth one first, and then I read the second one, and then I think I read the third one, and then I think the last one that I read was the first one. I don't even remember, to be honest. But yeah, I read them all out of order, which is not, probably isn't very good. But I don't like to force myself when it's an interconnected series. I don't like to force myself to read the first book if it doesn't intrigue me, because oftentimes the first book is the one that's the worst. I don't know why, but that's how it usually is. But yeah. Okay, let's read the back. A rugged mountain town seemed like the perfect escape from a life in shambles, but on day one she ran full tilt into the world's hottest single dad, and now her plans are ruined. Sorry, I'm just like exposing myself to like what I read to you guys. As a tart-dropping country singer with a recent streak of bad press, it's hard for Skylar Stone to find any peace, but she finds it in Rose Hill, with a little boy and a little girl who steal her heart just as thoroughly as their dad, Weston Belmont. The man is a shameless flirt. He oozes confidence and masculinity in a way that's downright distracting. And in bed, he's addictive. Everything with him is wild and impulsive, and Skylar is desperate to regain some control. But no one has supported her like Wes does, and no one has ever made her feel as loved as he does. So while Skylar's brain says settling down with her small town house trainer is impossible, her heart says she's right where she belongs. Still, her life as a celebrity haunts her. It has the power to pull her and Wes apart. She can see in his eyes that he wants to stay, and she wants that too. But Skylar knows better than anyone that you don't always get what you want. So yeah, that one just like it really intrigued me because I have never read like celebrity romances, and I'm always like very excited to read like different books, because you know sometimes we get like the same tropes over and over again, and sometimes I don't like them. Like sometimes books are written just for tropes, you know what I mean? Like I don't like when a book is marketed and then it's like, oh, it has this trope, has this trope, has this trope, has this trope. I'm like, I don't like that. I like it. I like when you write the story and just like everything is organic, or you just tell me what it's about and you don't mention any tropes. Like I feel like that's the best way to go. But unfortunately, because of like how they market things, blah blah blah, that. But yeah, I saw this. I was like, wait, that's a really cool concept. Like I never heard anything about like a celebrity, and yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'm curious. Let me pick it up. And also, I really like the cover. I think it's technically $18, and it's so expensive. Like, what happened to $10 paperbacks? And here is the one that I'm really scared to tackle, but I think it's time. Let's see when this came out. Hold on. Oh, this is so big. Hold up. This came out this came out last year. Right? This came out last year. What month? Wasn't it January? I think it was January. Yeah, I think these came out a year ago, actually. This is House of Flame and Shadow, a Crescent City novel by Sarah J. Maas. Or Maas, I don't even know. But basically, this one was $32. Oh my god. But basically, I read the second book last year which it was actually my first read of the year. I think it was right when this one had been announced. No, I think it was right around when this one was getting released. And yeah, I've been putting it off because, one, it's a honker of a book. It's ginormous, right? And also, something happens that, like, it's like apparently like a major thing that happens. Well, not apparently. I read the last book. The thing that happens in the second book and the way that this ends was kind of insane. I was like, oh my god, right? Yeah, because of that, my expectations were extremely high, right? So I made the executive decision to not read this book when it was released because I knew that I had hyped it up too much, and like, because my expectations were here, the book was going to be done here. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, actually, I remember correctly, a lot of people did not like this, or like they just felt incredibly underwhelmed by this, like the way that it just ended didn't make sense to them or something like that. And because of that, that's why I'm putting it off, because I really, really enjoy Sarah J. Maas's like universes and stories. Equitar is my favorite, but I haven't read Equitar in forever, and I don't want to reread it because I feel like it's the kind of books that I shouldn't reread. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I can't get that first like feeling back. You know, the first time I read it, I just felt like it was amazing. I binged all the books. I actually own all the original covers because when I started reading it, the original covers were actually about to go out of print. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, I do plan. Hopefully, I get to this book this month. Low-key, this might be my next read, just because I've been reading a bunch of romances recently. So this low-key might be my next read. I'm not gonna read the synopsis, so because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Sorry, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, just in case like you guys are planning on reading this or not. And because like the synopsis or the summary kind of gives a bit of a spoiler. Let me just take this dust jacket off. This is what the book looks like. As you guys can tell, I chopped off my nails because it was time. One of them had cracked, and I was like, well, yeah, I need to chop them off. If anybody has like a suggestion of like how to make my nails strong so they don't chip or crack, please let me know. I don't know if you guys can see that, but do you see how the spine is kind of like detached from that? I don't like that because I'm paranoid that my book will like fall apart. And then look at these gorgeous, gorgeous end papers, y'all. Isn't this it's literally beautiful. And I believe it's the same on the other side. Sorry guys. It's not missed this book, but I need the next book. I've been waiting for a while too. And here is the map. Here's the map. Guys, I might have to watch, I don't know if you guys know her. I think her name is Carrie Reeds. I don't know. But she basically did like a summary video that was like 2 hours or something like that for the first book of the series, and I think the second book of the series. And low-key, I might have to watch it because I just read the first page, like the first sentence of this, and I cannot for the life of me remember who that woman is. I feel like I remember. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that because I don't remember that well. But yeah, you guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any like book recommendations, it doesn't have to be romance, by the way. It can be literally anything you guys would like to recommend me. I would definitely try and like maybe read them. I have been wanting to like expand my reading taste a bit. Like I recently bought A Secret History by Donna Tartt, which is like a dark academia book, and I've been really wanting to get into I think is it R.F. Kuang. She wrote the Poppy War, and I've heard that it's just like an amazing series that's just like I believe I'll talk probably about war, but it's like, you know. And I also heard that Babel, or is it, I don't know how it's pronounced, but I also heard that that's super good. And I think she's about to come out with another book. I think it's like Catabasis. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, I'm sorry. But yeah, so yeah, if you guys are looking, if you guys are like